So hello and good afternoon. Finally, you can see that I have set up two cameras. So I'm happy for that. And let me remove this camera so you have more space. And let's go through the daily routine. Today, actually no, let's go to the Nasdaq or the S&P 500 seasonality chart. You remember from the blog I shared the seasonality chart. This is not the one I wanted to show. So S&P 500 seasonality chart heat map. So let me show you what I meant. So if we go to Mario Ranholm /blog, here you go to the blog, right? Mario Ranholm. Click here in the chart. This is the seasonality chart from gold. If you click here, you got the data in Excel, so you can play around. I got this from this little chart. So let me load more years since I started trading the fund in 2013, and let's change this to percentage. And here we have, so this is what the S&P 500 did and why many people was expecting why many people was expecting a negative period for September, because the seasonality of the S&P 500 in September was down, and is down mainly from these 4 months and these 3 months. Everyone was expecting a down month for September. We didn't have it. Actually, we had one of the strongest months in the year after May and June, which normally are not great months for the S&P 500. We can do this for different products and instruments. We can change this. Later we can play. So let's focus now on the seasonality. Let's go into the news, right? So we go global banking. So the Fed, this is the title of the recap. The Fed, sorry, this is a different news I was reading. Sorry, let me go here. So rising risk on the job market, right? And then the rest of the news, top news for the last 24 hours, the Fed, crude oil, this is the same, fuel inventories fall, but on higher demand. Two news from Macron, the Central Bank of Japan, Germany. Okay, this is good news from Wall Street. And silver and gold, all-time highs. If we go to companies, markets, companies, US companies, good news from Pepsi and good news from the banks. US bank to reach bigger profits as deal rebound in the third quarter. And here is a news of Elon Musk. He's going to get paid. Go to the daily routine. We launch. Oops, wrong finger. We launch all the charts. And let me remove this. So we do have continuation here. Yep. From the Nikkei 225. We broke the consolidation higher from here. Boop. You see? We broke finally here. So if this push higher, we'll see. That's the Shanghai A share class. The S&P, the UK, the US, UK, and the Eurozone still flat here. Oops, sorry, I wanted to show a box. Still flat for a reasonable. You know, when we start seeing flat here, it's a few days, right? So let me focus on what happened here. If we closed October positive, it would be 6 months straight positive, which is an achievement. But we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarters in a row positive. So we can do it again. Why not? It was a try to push lower, it fell, and rebound, it recovered, all-time highs in the S&P 500. Similar for the Nasdaq, a little stronger. Year to date is 20. Gold, extraordinary. So gold, we have almost 54% as of yesterday's close. Russell, it's a 15. And then we have the material, healthcare, and discretionary below the S&P 500, which is here, 15%. The S&P 500 is here, almost 15% year to date. Crude improve. What do we have here? We have Asia or Japan going into negative territory in the bond markets. So the 10-year bond, as of the close of yesterday, went into negative territory. Remember, this is in the USD. These equity indexes are rocking above 40% from Brazil forward, downward, right? So very strong equity indexes. What had happened in the last 14 days? So let me focus here. Oil's flat for the last week, but negative for the last 14 days. The S&P 500, this is here they are. S&P 500 and Eurostock, as of the close of yesterday, are flat. Right now, the S&P 500 is minus 0.4 down in the day. So it's about flat, you can see here. And then gold and silver are just on fire. And the last 30 days are having returns that could be similar to annual returns. In the year to date are 52 or 53 and 73, which is extraordinary. Which is really extraordinary. We remove this and we go to the following chart. And we don't have any more charts. So let me show you the S&P 500 and what happened. Why? It got me off guard. So this is daily candles. So the bears, this is the Fed day, right? Fed, the push on the Fed. It closed not at the low. The next day, the bulls regained, but it was an inside day. And from then on, we have 5 days. This was the indecision candle. And this is when some of my system said, hey, indecision candle, let's go for lower lows. The next day, we had an inside day. And let me go to the S&P 500. I don't want overnight data to mix. Okay, so this is the third, right? So I said, okay, down day, indecision candle. Let's go next day, inside day. Okay, not pushing the high, not pushing the low. Fine. Let's wait one more day. So we wait one more day. it takes the high, and I said, oh, the bulls got trapped, right? Where do they get trapped? The bull got trapped right here, right there. So they push all the shorts from this day and this day to the new all-time highs. They close to cover, and then they take it down. Okay, they were said, okay, how long? So I said, okay, finally they would take it at least here. If they are stronger, they'll take it here. This is where in the chart I marked like buying opportunities. At the end, they didn't close at the low. The following day, a strong day, new all-time highs. And that was yesterday. And I said, okay, new all-time highs. Fine. And then I was thinking, okay, finally. So new all-time highs. Here we go. Higher again. No, not today at least. Today we had again an inside day, kind of, almost. Let's say inside day, and not able. Okay, so now they're able. Actually, we are hitting in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is not there yet, but the S&P 500 is at the low of the day. This chart is 50 minutes delay, I think. I don't have real-time data here. So this is the story. They are taking this low. They are taking this high. This high. What do we have? Is what we had in this candle here. What we show here. Did it go? Where did it go? Equity indexes. What we had here? A consolidation. You see how we see flat here? And we wanted to be tricked. Or at least I was being tricked. Because what we have here is a consolidation. We have a consolidation. So in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, whoever wanted to try to go long didn't have a lot of opportunities to go long. Let me show you here. I mean, it had opportunities to go long. It didn't have opportunities to make money going long, right? Let's see if I wanted to add a rectangle here. Okay, the Gantt tool can work. So we go here. The Gantt tool will work, right? And we raise this. So with the 50% we have here, if they went buying, getting short here, they got punished, right? If they try to go short here, they got punished one. So these shorts maybe are not holding anymore. If they went to go long here, right here, so the shorts, let me go, where is my, okay. The shorts, let me put it in red, had first attempt here, it didn't work. Second attempt here, it didn't work. And third attempt here, it didn't work. The longs, right? So the longs, they have the third attempt to go here. Let me mark it the same way with the M1. First attempt to go long here. Second attempt to go long here. And third attempt to go long here. All of them got punished. At least they are not making money now. So we go back and we say in the other way around, right? So they go long here. Let's say if you are playing the range, right? You go long here, fine. You could exit profitable. If you go short here, you could exit profitable. If you go long here, you could exit profitable. If you go short here. So this is the range. We're inside of a range. If you don't have a range system, it will not work. Having a range system with the last 3 years being like this, okay, it might work for you. I don't think so. With a year to date going into range with this, it might not have worked. In the last month, going into range, it might not have worked. In the last 5 days, 6 days, yes, we're in a range and it's working. So this is why I didn't trade today. And I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. That was all for the daily recap. Gold and silver is the play. Bitcoin, let me see. BTC. Bitcoin loads here. So now it's retracing. I saw this in a range this morning. Now it's retracing. Interesting. So now it's retracing. Oh, minus 2.4 in a day. Okay. AMD. AMD. Strong 2 candles today is retracing. Oracle. It's losing. It broke this high. Try to push, but at least it's positive. So with that all, thank you so much. And if you find this valuable, please tell me. Write me an email or write me a comment, and I will send you a link so you can join this live pre-market. It maybe makes more sense to have an open conversation and get feedback from some of you. Take care and bye bye.